Have you ever been so down you thought you could never get back up again? The dark is a bad place and it's hard to get out of. But I'm about to tell you a story about a character that found a way to get out of the darkness and stepped into the light so far that he went from being hated because of things that weren't his fault that I'll get into to being loved by everyone just because of his perseverance and attitude. Now I will tell you a little bit about his backstory, his character, and why people like to aspire to be like him in overcoming all odds. Okay, Naruto is the Jinchuriki of the nine-tailed fox named Kurama. He's also called Kyuubi in Japanese. There are nine-tailed beasts, and 1 through 9, and 9 being the strongest, which is the demon that is still inside Naruto. It was sealed inside of him on the day he was born because it got loose and destroyed the whole village he was living in. And his dad was the Hokage, which is the leader of the village, which is called the Hidden Leaf Village or Konoha. This is the symbol for his village. There are 5 great villages. There is the Hidden Leaf, which I just showed you, the Hidden Cloud, the Hidden Rain, the Hidden Stone, and the Hidden Sand. There used to just be warring clans, but these 5 nations drew together to form an alliance to stop this. Naruto was looked at as a demon like he was the nine-tailed fox himself. Although he was the one that took on the nine-tailed fox and technically saved the village, all the villagers looked at him as if he was the fox and never wanted anything to do with him and always shunned him. From the very start, he was an orphan. His parents had died. He had no friends. He lived alone. He was only allowed a small allowance by the higher-ups in the village. He really was in a very dark place, and the only thing that brought him out of it was when he turned 12 years old and he graduated the Ninja Academy, which is like school for us, but he's training to be a ninja. Anyways, his mentor was named Kakashi Hatake, and he also got 2 new members of his team named Sasuke Uchiha and Sarada Haruno. Sasuke is a very interesting character. I'm going off on a tangent here. But his brother ended up killing his whole family, and he's all out for revenge. He ends up leaving and trying to defect to the bad guys because he wants more power to get revenge for his brother. Naruto ends up chasing after him, can't get him, and vows to return his friend to the light side, per se, for the whole series, even though Sasuke doesn't always want to. And now I'll get into how Naruto never gives up and what that's all about. Sasuke may be immature, confused, or angry as he is all the time, but he was one of the first members of Naruto's self-made family. Naruto is determined to fight and protect his family, but that's not all. He wants to protect family from themselves as well as the enemy who should kill them. Naruto, even in the exams, Chunin exams, which, by the way, they're Genin, Chunin, and Jonin. Genin is the weakest, Chunin is the second, and Jonin are the elite. He's mature enough to know that he could have destroyed himself if he let anger and violence rule his actions, because Kurama, the tailed beast, ends up leaking from him, getting out more, and can take control of his body if he gets too angry, so he always has to keep a wrap on that. He wants Sasuke to reconsider his revenge on his brother and seek justice instead. And in the manga, Naruto makes a very notable distinction between justice and revenge when he talks to Sasuke and declares that they would both die if they duke it out. Basically, Naruto has become the voice of reason, whether he's confronting an angry Sasuke or anyone else. Naruto always finds a way to win over people somehow, just because of how true and pure his soul is. And Naruto is inspiring, and now I will get into why you would want to be like him. We love him for his flaws, not just despite them. For instance, Naruto is kind to a fault. He's persevering to a fault. He's loyal to a fault, but that's what we love about him. In the Shippuden arc, which there's the first Naruto series, and then there's Shippuden, which continues it. Shippuden is the longer one that is currently still going. He deals with a ton of internal struggles, and after Pain's defeat, which is a major bad guy, Naruto becomes the famous hero of the Leaf Village. So finally, he's looked well upon instead of being shunned. But this is many years down the road, about 4, I would say. And fame means influence, and influence often surpasses physical power, which Naruto lacks, but as he has that never give up attitude, he becomes stronger. But Naruto's essential qualities, the best ones he has, are loyalty, ethics, and perseverance. And you found fame would make him respected worldwide after you add all those together. He has become a leader, and people look at him for inspiration and guidance. And it wasn't always like that. He made that himself. He's known to never give up, but he's only human. You can see Naruto kind of buckle under the weight of so many expectations. He realizes that his own desire to save conflicts with his peers and village's expectations to kill Sasuke for being a traitor. They want to kill Sasuke because he defected, but Naruto's the only one that wants to keep him alive, which is stated in the manga by Masashi Kishimoto, by the way. The only thing a true hero and leader can do is take responsibility for the shortcomings and evils he has vowed to protect Sasuke. Even though he's not doing necessarily the right thing, Naruto is still sticking up for him because he's his friend and wants to bring him back over to the light side. Naruto basically consents to another ninja that Sasuke has wronged. He lets her beat the heck out of him. Says, hey, look, take it out on me. I vouched my word for him, and he wasn't what I said, so take it out on me. It's my fault. And sorry. Because even though he could kick this ninja's butt, per se, he tries to convince her not to hate Sasuke, even though why would she not want to? Because actually Sasuke tried to attack her leader, which is the Raikage. It's the leader of their hidden village. Because even though he could have done that, he sat back and let it happen. That's kind of the character that Naruto is. He doesn't want to resort to violence if he doesn't have to. He'd rather talk it out, but he's not afraid to back down. And his violence is directed, if there is any, at a person that is trying to harm his family or his team, anyone that is dear to him. He never, ever, ever gives up, and he gives some of the best inspirational speeches I've ever seen. There has been numerous. I mean, I'll be completely honest that I've teared up a little bit through his speeches. He is an absolutely great character, and I'll be honest, I've been a little depressed before, and I've watched that show, and it made me feel a little better. I took his advice, and now I feel good. It's a good way. It's a good outlook on the world, because you never know what's going to fall in your lap if you just have the right outlook on life. But in all of this, also, you can find in the official character data book of Shippuden. But to wrap all this up, Naruto is a great character. I would highly recommend you to watch it. The first series called Naruto and the second called Naruto Shippuden. It is a very inspiring story, and although it may be animated, it is a Japanese anime, so it's a lot more serious. It's not for kids at all, has blood and gore and etc. But even though it's animated, it still hits the core, hits really deep, and I would recommend it to anyone. Even if you're not struggling with anything, or if you are, I would really recommend it, because who knows, maybe you're weird like me and it'll help you get through it. But to wrap it up, I would definitely recommend this show or the manga, either one, which are the Japanese books per se. And Naruto as a whole is one of my favorite characters of all time, and I hope you think the same way.